this format alone of taking a course with students, I mean, if we could put this not only in our high schools but in our colleges, that this is how teachers learn, is with students by their side.
I'm Helen Beattie, director of an organization called Up for Learning, which stands for Unleashing the Power of Partnership for Learning. We believe that current school redesign efforts are best served by youth and adults working together towards a common goal, learning that's engaging for all students.
I've always looked at a teacher as authority, and I've never been on an equal level, and now that I have it, I mean, it's really desirable. The mutualism between us is incredible, and I've never had that experience before, and I feel like if I had with teachers, it'd be phenomenal, but the closest I've ever gotten is like a coach.
You know, in a way, they need to be mentoring us as much as we're mentoring them, because they're coming from a different place. You know, they were born in the late 90s, and they have an important perspective, and I like that idea of reverse mentorships.
When students and teachers, the two groups who are most vested in learning, come together to create a shared vision and a route to that destination, something magical happens. They are able to come up with a far deeper understanding of any one educational issue and surface new solutions.
And expand.
This video portrays a new model of youth and adults working together to redesign their schools. They accomplished this through a year-long credit-bearing course, with adults receiving master's level credit and students receiving college credit through a dual enrollment system, which means that the students receive both high school and college credit for the course.
When you ask about communications,
We believe this model has great potential as a means to mobilize and support youth and adults as they lead change efforts in any school or district or state level initiative.
I've had such hard feelings about traditional schooling in the past, and how I've kind of tried to channel that into a more productive means of school reform, but I felt like I really haven't done enough research about my own school, and then you're kind of asking me to do that in a way that's meaningful, and then I'll get credit for it, so that's all good. That's exciting.
We're excited to share our story so that you can consider how this model might serve you. So here's the background story. Communicating school redesign has been a long-standing challenge for Up for Learning, how to help the public understand why schools need to change. In response, we created a course called Communicating School Redesign Through the Youth-Adult Partnership Lens. 4 schools signed on, and each school recruited a team of teachers and students to take the course.
I really enjoyed the youth-adult partnership, being able to work with students as equals, moving beyond that barrier that often exists in school, where the teacher is the authority figure, the student is the learner, and here we've been able to turn that model upside down, and we're both partners in this learning.
The course was taught by me and Jane Feinberg, a nationally renowned expert in education communications theory.
our brain is wired for us.
You will hear about the experiences of youth and adults embarking on a year-long project-based journey on a topic they care deeply about, the redesign of their schools.
We're so used to, as a society, viewing the adult as an authority and really just listening and sitting back and getting the information from them. And it really was, we had to remind ourselves a lot of, just viewing each other as equals.
I feel like there's a lot of power that's untapped when you just have one party doing one thing and another party doing another. So when you have the youth and the adults working together, you have both parties, especially in an education type dilemma, where if you have both parties involved, they're both going to be equally invested and be working that much harder to get to a end goal.
Any issue which impacts students and teachers might well be tackled with this course model. For instance, developing a new advisory system, or shifting to personalized learning plans, or implementing a new behavior management system. Each might have a lead youth adult team designing the rollout as the focus of the course.
At Harwood, everyone's across the spectrum. There are some groups that know next to nothing about it, and then there are some groups that are looking very forward to it. So our goal is to get everyone on that same page or above that.
Yeah.
And we want to first reach out to teachers because, as Ellen informed me, the teachers haven't really been formally introduced to the idea of Act 77. And there's a lot of skepticism on the teachers' part, and they don't know what to think about it because no one's told them about it.
And instead of saying, "Are you familiar with Act 77?" we asked, "Do you know what personal learning plans are? What does that mean to you? Have you heard of these things before? Did you know it was now a law?"
I think we're more on stage one, which is drawing awareness to everyone and getting already communicating. Our first bullet is to be part of the district/school-wide PLP advisory.
And saying, this is something that's going on in our community. This is an awareness that I want you to have. You know, something that you guys can do on your own is, I'm going to post up some links on EDU.
Try to get everyone into stage one, and we were to call forth a mandatory assembly. We would have to incorporate the 8th graders and the 7th graders to bring them in, because that'll be them next year and the year after, and then it will directly affect them and their learning, and then they can start to explore Naviance.
It's already starting to bubble a little bit, those middle schoolers that were at the meeting on Wednesday, and now there are a couple of more. I got an email this morning from another middle schooler who wants to come.
Does the Harwood community need to outline how a proposal comes forward and working with the school board around that? And really creating a practice, because we are in this period of, change is going to become the norm.
And I think education, when you think of teaching and learning, has always been, this is what we do to our students, and now, it's about, this is what we do with our students.
In Vermont, we are once again offering the communications course to schools throughout the state. This course model ensures the time, the support, the expertise to do this work well, and the possibilities are endless.